All right, y'all can start with questions for Trey.
Trey, David from Rivals, just talk to me about what your teammate AJ Levis was able to do on the hill today. Seemed like he had everything going.
Man, he got up there and did exactly what we needed him to do. Pound the zone consistently, make him put the ball in play, and we played great defense behind him. He pitched great tonight.
Trey, can you scoot up a little bit or tilt the laptop down so you can kind of fill up the frame there for us? Yeah, perfect. Thanks, bud. Just how much does the confidence build with performances like last night and tonight to kind of get this thing rolling here?
I mean, winning this series on the road is really big for us, but we can't forget we got one more tomorrow. We got to close out this series and win the next game.
Small ball, exciting to see. You know, big ball coming up through with the win. I guess just y'all's versatility at the plate tonight showing.
Excuse me, what's the question?
I was just saying y'all's ability to be versatile at the plate. I haven't seen that many LSU Tigers bunt, I think, in my career here. So, and do it so successfully. And then, you know, to see Gavin come through with the big swing, I guess, you know, nobody can play you just one way or peg y'all to play just one way.
Right. I mean, we work on bunting every day. We know it's going to come up in big situations in the game, and we got it done tonight.
When you started off that ninth inning with the single, did it feel like, I don't know, what did it sort of feel like to start off the inning that way and then, you know, kind of give Gavin that opportunity to really break open the game there?
It felt great. I mean, I got up there. I noticed he was attacking hitters early with the fastball. So I got up there, hung one pitch, and he served it up to me. And you could really feel our dugout stand up because that hit was solid and it really got us going.
Hey, Trey, you know, because of the hole that you guys were obviously in for much of this, you know, SEC start, I mean, just how much are you guys looking at the standings after every weekend? And I mean, was, you know, a preaching point, you know, trying to sweep a series, or was it just trying to get a series win this weekend?
I mean, we're really not worried about the standings at all. We're just trying to win the next game.
Any more questions for Trey? Thank y'all.
Thank you.
All right, y'all can start with questions for Gavin.
Gavin, David from Rivals, walk me through the grand slam. Was it one of them where it's the minute you hit it, you know it's gone?
I thought there was a good chance that it may hit the wall. I knew there was a little bit of topspin on the ball, so I was kind of trying to get to first a little bit quicker than most home run type swings, I guess you could say. But at the end of the day, it luckily went on our side and went over, and I'm very thankful for that, and I'm pretty excited about it too. So.
Talked all year about the young team, you know, they're getting there. Is this just yet another example of it? Go and take 2 consecutive games on the road against number 12 team in the country?
Experience. That's what the guys are getting every day. The guys are learning, they're getting better, getting stronger mentally and physically. You can see it and everything that we do and how we handle ourselves, and I can see it every day. So I think we're going to keep building on it, and we're going to run with it for the rest of the way into the season.
Hey, Gavin, you know, I think heading into that ninth inning, you guys were 2 for 14 with runners in scoring position, but, you know, Trey leads it off with a single, and then they intentionally walked Dylan. I mean, just from the start of that inning, did it seem like you guys were poised for a big inning there to try to tack on some insurance runs?
Absolutely. We got in a bunch of situations throughout the game where we could have capitalized on runners in scoring position, but we obviously couldn't early in the game. And at the end of the day, the ball fell in our court, and we were able to handle it this time. Hopefully tomorrow we come out and we handle that a little bit better. But at the end of the day, I believe that each and every guy on this team can handle each situation they face, and we're going to each one game at a time. So.
AJ Levis, this is the second complete game of his career. When he came in for the 8th, could you tell that he wanted that 9th inning again?
Absolutely. AJ wanted the ball in his hand the whole game. He was ready to go and he was ready to compete. You could tell, you could feel it, you could see it. While he was on the mound, he knew what he was doing, and he was handling those guys well, and I was behind him every step of the way.
Gavin, real quick, for you personally, I mean, there was a stretch where you were kind of striking out a little bit, you know, probably more often than you would like. Then you had that double, and then obviously the grand slam. What do you feel like you've sort of broken out of whatever was kind of affecting you there, and what was sort of causing those struggles at the plate?
Just getting more relaxed again. Kind of got a little tense over the last couple of games, trying to do too much, trying to think too much, and trying to overthink myself, trying to see what pitches I'll get. And then I kind of just had talk with Nolan Kane after the sixth inning or something like that, and he said, just hit, and do what you've been doing. And I took that and I ran with it, and luckily I was able to put 2 good swings on 2 pitches. So.
One more question for Gavin, if anyone has one. All right, thank y'all.
Thanks, guys.
All right, y'all can start with questions for AJ.
AJ, Landon talked about before the game yesterday, he didn't feel like he had his best stuff, and he said it showed. I'd like to know how you felt warm-up wise coming into this, and did you feel like, man, I have the capability to do something like what I did tonight?
Warm-up wise in the pen, I didn't feel the best. Really wasn't locating my pitches. But usually, like for like me, whenever I don't throw good in the pen, like warming up, I usually throw better in the game. So I stay more focused and like really feel my mechanics and make sure that everything's like in line and in sync whenever I'm in the game.
Was it one of the examples of just as the game progressed, you felt like yourself, like you were getting stronger? Because it seemed like that watching the game on TV.
Yeah, I felt like from after the first inning, just getting those nerves out. And from the second inning to the last inning, it was just each inning I was getting better and better, making my pitches and making sure I kept the ball down and like kept the hitters off balance. So I would say that throughout this whole start that I felt like I was getting stronger and stronger each inning.
AJ, obviously this was the longest that you've gone by far this season. I mean, just in those final, 8th, 9th innings, were you getting a little fatigued there? I mean, just talk about just kind of how strong you were in those final 2 innings and how you were able to kind of close the deal out with a complete game.
I felt strong in the 8th and 9th inning. It's just being with Travis and working out twice a week with him and doing extra stuff on my own. And with running and seeing Corey and making sure that my shoulder can like handle this. It's I just make sure I stay on top of my stuff to make sure that I can go deep in games like this and not get fatigued from it.
AJ, when you get that game ball from Giovanni at the end there out in the outfield, where do you think you're going to put it? Like, where is it now, and where are you going to put it?
It's in my bat bag right now. It's sitting in my cleats. So probably whenever I get back to Baton Rouge, I'll probably put it up somewhere and like keep it somewhere where I know like what it meant and like how special it was.
It's interesting. I mean, the last time you've thrown, I think now this is your second complete game in your career, if I'm not mistaken. And the other one was 2018 against Lamar. How does it feel like sort of a nice symmetry? I'm almost like 3 years to the day. Does it feel like kind of a nice symmetry, everything you've been through in your career, to have one then and then have one now?
Yeah, from 2018 till now, I mean, I had back surgery and then I had missed all 2019. So I had surgery back-to-back years. And so then just coming out and being able to do what I did tonight and just give the team a chance to win and keep them in the game, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to the guys on the team.
Any more questions for AJ? Thank y'all. All right, y'all can get started.
Questions?
Paul, how do you describe what AJ Labus just gave you guys tonight?
Well, he's been doing it all year. He had one below par performance against Louisiana Tech. I think it was his first start of the year, and since then he's been automatic. Just pitched great, courageously. I keep saying the same thing. He doesn't have overpowering stuff, but he just makes great pitches. He just beats so hard. You got to play good defense behind him because he's not going to strike out a ton of batters. I think he might have had 6 strikeouts tonight, but he makes big pitches and he gets in jams. He doesn't give up. He just competes all the way through, and he's just been a big leader for our team. Both he and Landon have just been amazing for us all year. I just shudder at the thought of where we'd be without the two of them. They've just been such great leaders of our team. And AJ tonight was just fabulous. Last week I took him out in the 7th inning after he gave up a couple of hits there, and obviously I've regretted it ever since. I wasn't taking the ball away from him tonight, and the score was 2-1 going to the 9th inning. Of course, we hit the grand slam and added the other run, but if the game was 2-1, it was going to be his ball game. He was going to win it or lose it, and he wanted the ball, and fortunately we got him some runs there and made it a little bit easier for him. He gave up a couple of hits, but it didn't matter in the end. My only concern with the game then was how many pitches he was going to throw. So that was going to be his last batter. Fortunately, he got the guy to fly out to center field and got the complete game. What an awesome performance. And I'm glad we finally got him some runs. I thought we did a really good job against Nikhazy. He's so tough, but then Nikhazy, like the great pitchers do, he rose up and made some big pitches. He's got such a great curveball. He's probably got the best curveball in the league. And every time he got in a jam, he just went to that breaking ball, and we just couldn't handle it. It seemed like we had runners on base every inning, runners in scoring position. We couldn't get a couple of bunts down early in the game, and then later in the game we got a couple of bunts down, and it made a huge difference in the ball game, and allowed us to get some runs and probably helped us win the ball game.
Hey, Coach, it really seems like, all the last 3 or 4 weeks, it's just been you guys are so close, and you guys are just right there, and you're just not able to complete some of these, series and some of these wins. I mean, to get these 2 wins and to get a series win, I know you guys have another one tomorrow, but this kind of seemed like a tide-changing moment for you guys in the season.
It really does, Glenn. You keep encouraging the kids and telling them that they're close, and they've been playing hard all year, and have kept a great attitude. They've worked hard in practice. They pregame, they go in the games, they're playing hard. Sometimes, we haven't, since we lost Jaden, we've been trying to figure out the third starter situation, of course, and that's hurt us a little bit. And sometimes we haven't been able to hold leads. Our bullpen sometimes been a little bit, inconsistent. But when Landon has started, when AJ has started, they've given us a chance to win, and the guys have played really well behind him. And sometimes we've just lost some tough, heartbreaking games, and sometimes that can demoralize you. But it hasn't demoralized these kids. They've continued to play hard, and they've believed me when I've told them that they're getting better and they're hanging in there. And we've just tried not to pay attention to the standings and just taking it one game at a time and just keep battling. I know our RPI is pretty good. It's right around 20. And I know we played like a top 5 strength of schedule. And, it just keeps getting more difficult, going on the road. Next week, we'll be playing Arkansas, who's, I think the number 1 team in the country, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't been paying that close attention to the standings lately, but, we just keep playing all these really good teams, and it's bringing out the best in our kids, and they're hanging in there, and I'm real proud of them.
Have you decided who y'all go with tomorrow?
I'm leaning towards starting Will Helmers, but we haven't made a final decision yet. When we get back to the hotel, we'll decide, but I'll decide within the next hour. I'm pretty sure it'll be Will Helmers.
Even still, I mean, to have AJ go a complete game and to have Landon go as far as he did and Devin do everything he did, how helpful is it to go into this game with pretty much everybody at your disposal?
We're going to treat tomorrow very much like we would treat a midweek game. We're going to use a lot of different guys, and hopefully Helmers, if he's the one that we'll start the game with, very much like we did against Monroe, hopefully he'll get us off to a good start and hopefully can burn up a few innings for us. We're not going to ask him to go 7 innings or 9 innings, anything like that, but hopefully get us off to a good start, and then we'll use a lot of different guys and hopefully keep them off balance a little bit. They've got a really good lineup, and in this ballpark, it's really scary. They can break loose at any moment, and hopefully we can keep them under control for one more day.
that all? Thank y'all.
Okay, thank you.